somewhere new to breathe. Hands in the air, going out of their minds. In control, but they won't take your life. And it's alright, it won't be long. You're feeling something, so won't you come outside with me? Yeah, it's alright. Sing like a song, I won't say nothing. So won't you come and fly with me? And it's alright, it won't be long. Sing like a song, going on and sing like a song.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
You've got what it takes.
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
I'm your host, Big Al, here, and tonight we're going to be taking a little wings around USA International Speedway. Going to be giving her heck here down around these courses here, and I guarantee you this one's definitely going to be a little bit on the exciting side. Sitting here tonight, going to be joined in the booth just for a little bit by my producer, Mr. Kobe James Jordan Brown Jr.
How you doing, Big Al?
Hey, what's going on, Kobe? Good to have you with us tonight. Definitely excited to see as this one gets ready to kick off. No pun intended. How long is this thing going to last for us here tonight?
I believe it's a 60-minute timed race, Big Al.
60 minutes, no cautions. That's right. Run what you brung, and we're going to see how this thing shakes out. So the only time these guys should be coming down the pit stop is when they actually have those green flag pit stops. This track, 0.61 miles in length in Lakeland. The length of the race is 60 minutes. They'll have 3 sets of tires on the back side of the window on a 55% full fuel tank. Air temps at 80 degrees. Track temps 83. Wind just slightly out of the north under partly cloudy skies. That's what it looks like here. How's it look where you're at? That's a rhetorical question. We'll have quite a few of those tonight, from what I understand. You were supposed to have said something there, Cody.
So, yeah, well, that's a prime example right there, isn't it?
Yep. We're going to keep working on it until they, So if you guys, it seems like I'm playing like ping pong by myself, you kind of get it. That's what we're doing here. But I tell you what, not going to have any problems with that. Let's take a look at our points, what we got standing on here. That's right now.
What? No, that's not right.
Those are not the points that we were looking for. But right now, we know that we have James Watson. He's going to be up on top of that leaderboard. I do believe he has 4 wins to credit under his belt. Last week was a bye week, so didn't get to see any running what you're bringing in around here last week. But tonight, we're going to make up for it. Just a little bit under 2.5 minutes left in qualifying. Did I just see the points pop up?
Yeah, they're incorrect points, Big Al.
All right, we don't have the correct points, so we're just gonna rock with it. But so far, I tell you, it's been the James Watson show. That's what I've determined, and that's what I've seen. No one else has even come close to winning just yet. Hopefully tonight, though, someone will show up and knock Mr. Watson off his perch. So how's your week been?
Yeah, pretty good. It's only just started. I'm going out for friends tonight with bowling. It's one of their birthdays, so that'll be good. Kick off this race here. Can't think of any better way to spend the day, if I'm honest.
All right. Yeah, you just took up bowling. How's that been working for you?
Slow but steadily getting better. I need to get some training and then we'll see some better improvement. But till that day, it's just about having fun.
It's all about having fun. Then we got our keys to the race here tonight.
Yes, we do have those.
First one is going to be precision and corner entry discipline. We're going to go ahead and roll into the next one because these two are going to tie together, as well as the third. Managing the right front tire. And last but not least, patience in traffic. So these guys, this track is not really, these little wing cars are going to be struggling here because the lanes and the way these cars are so fast, which it ties into how you're going to have to manage the temperature on that right front tire, because that's where the heat source is. That's where the car is going to be wanting to turn. That's that pinch point. And you're going to have to be patient in traffic, although it seems like it's going to be, you're going to get bunched up in the curves. You just got to wait and try to get the drive off so you can get that pass on the straightaways. Those are the keys to the race. Just like that, warm-up's coming to an end, getting ready to kick it off into qualifying.
There's the checkered flag. I'll head into quali.
Transition in process, getting ready to kick it off into qualifying. Qualifying is going to be pretty quick here tonight. 5 minutes on the board, watching the drivers as they get ready to take their place. First car out on the track is going to be the 16. That's Wes Shearer. Be watching his times. It's 2.56 of Simon Feld also comes out, followed by, I believe, to be the 8 of Brian LaBarge. Then we'll have the 6 of Connor Menzies. Then you're going to have that 10 of Chris Lunan, followed by the 98 of Victor Aldrich, the 21, Michael Long, and the 59, Mr. James Watson. 59 of Nigel Camargo, sorry.
Yeah, James will be fashionably late. We don't see him till right to the end of quali.
Yeah, he's kind of got the Michael Jordan of qualifying. You know, Mike never, He never warmed up. He just showed up to do his thing. That's what James is doing, right? Just gonna show up and drive. Hey, lap times coming across West Shire is gonna have the fastest time. Remember, he was the first out onto the racing surface, watching intently as these times are gonna start to fly by. I just thought I saw the 6 roll by. Still on his out lap. Connor Menz is putting it down with the 3rd fastest time overall. Qualifying rolling right by.
As we see James enter the track.
So far, Michael Long's going to have that fastest time watching the 39 car. He is down and around now. Will be the last car giving a qualifying effort, which is great for us because we still have plenty of time. Watson on this outlap. 18.761. Here he comes.
Not sure what happened to Labarge. He doesn't have a time set, but data is telling me he's done 3 laps and he's carrying a meatball for his effort. So, not exactly sure what shenanigans he got up to in his qualifying.
You know, you got to be spot on to be spot off. If you're not perfect, then you're not going to get credit for the run.
True.
They probably told him that, but I guess he just elected to just go ahead and run around anyway. For not. Speaking of which, qualifying seems to be done in the books. Oh, that's Mr. Labarge right there. I mean, that might have been towards the end of his run.
Yeah, I think that's how he got his meatball. He hit a wall or something. Oh, there it is. Haha.
Yeah. Ouch. All right, well, qualifying in the books, we'll go ahead and take a step away, get a couple words from our sponsors, and we'll be back with the lineup and the coverage of tonight's race.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
You think you've got what it takes?
Ladies and gentlemen, ready for countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, ignition.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to get through this thing called life. Electric word, life means forever. That's my long time. And I'm here to say, it's something else.
2 decades have shaped the world.
Man, this is some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
To go.
And we are back with coverage of the night's race. Please remember to like, subscribe, ring that bell. Give us a like and follow. We need it. We need all the help we can get as that grid is set. It's going to be Michael Long on the pole with Najee Kamarji on the inside pole. Pole position 3 is going to have West Shire, and he's going to be lining up with Victor Aldrich. Simon Fell's going to line up in that 5th spot. He'll have James Watson along his outside. Seventh place is going to show us Connor Menzies. And he'll have Chris Gladunian on his outside. Rounding out that 10th place car field is going to be Brian Labarge and Drew Bernardi. Rounding out the 10-car field, it's going to be Brian Labarge and Drew Bernardi. I don't know what happened to that. Lights off on the pace car. He's been getting ready to get up and out of the way, and we're going to kick this thing off clean and green. That's going to be the key. You won't see the pace car again. Definitely going to be a nice little event here. These little wings, 10 cars, nice size field. Yep, we'll be watching intently here to see who gets the better drive off. Michael Long, fast man on the field. We're waiting to see exactly what type of launch he gets. Up on that outside run with Camargo and Aldrich. Oh, look at that leap that Michael Long got. Definitely leaving the rest of the field in the hay as he is on his way. Nigel Camargo actually closed in by Wes Shire. Shire's going to be on that inside now getting a drive off as Camargo comes right up onto the keister. Now he is going to be tucked in. Still one car up high on the outside. That's Victor Aldrich. He's still trying to find out as he comes into rest. James Watson going to be running around on the inside, but out front, Michael Long. That's the story. He is the guy that took that green flag and caught the rest of the field by what seemed to be surprise. Michael Long still getting it done. Too wide further back with Watson and Aldrich. These guys are going to have Menzies. And who believe Labarge there going to be on the inside. That's a tango of 4. Further back, Bernardi is going to be rolling in his spot. They're riding along right now with Labarge. Labarge right now still rolling on the inside of Dramardi, trying to make that happen. Yeah, back up front, looks like Long slowly getting closed in by Wes Shire. Shire has his nose on the leader, trying to catch that draft, trying to pull up and do business. Seems each turn he is actually getting a better drive off. Excuse me. Oh, right there is going to stay to the inside, making big gains right there. As Long seemed to be just out of sorts for just a couple tenths of a second. That's all it takes sometimes. But the fastest laps here been being turned right now by the 8-car, Brian Labarge. He has the fastest overall with an 18.594, as well as fastest last time with an 18.612. Michael Long still doing what he has to do. And you see right there, riding along with Labarge, I mean, he has that 6-car, Connor Menzies. These two been steadily going at it. But Labarge still able to put down some pretty fast lap time. Simon Feld that time, fastest by, he had an 18.634. Michael Long slowly.
Did we hear a bit of fuel saving out of Watson then?
I think you might be getting a little bit of both. A little maybe tire management as well as fuel conservation. You know, these are the things that you got to look out for, especially having a race with no cautions and only 3 sets of tires. So no matter how you split it, you're not going to be able to make more tires. So you're going to have to make the ones you have last.
Well, if anyone knows what they're doing, it's definitely James. 4 wins under his belt.
James, 4 wins, Watson. He'll be trying to add to that tonight, just like you said. But you know, one thing that I do know, and that is the guys up front. Shire, you know, he is going to keep right there to the back of Michael Long, and hopefully they'll still be able to pace themselves and not actually outrace themselves, if that makes sense. Menz is tucked in right behind Watson. It's a little drifty there on the backside. These guys just running, for the most part, single foul. I think conservation, that is the key right now. No one really out eking to move up. What are you thinking, Cubby?
I'm thinking that we're pretty much going to see this for the most of the race, nice and polite. Come the last 5 minutes, though, I think you're going to see those manners go out the window and the sole elbows come out. But to do that, they need to navigate a pit stop as well, which can either make or break their race. And we've seen that already during this season and the last season as well. So it's not out of the question for someone's race and maybe even their season to be demolished by a foolish pit stop.
Yeah, you know, USA International is one of these. It's not really one of these places where you expect to come and just run under green flag conditions. One thing a lot of drivers don't get a chance to do is practice, you know, pitting, especially being this series right here, because this is a one-off. So you're gonna have to take that into consideration, and that's one of the things that we'll be watching intently as it comes around to that time. Remember, these guys only have a 55% fill on those fuel tanks. That coupled with the need for tires means, hey, yeah, we're gonna have at least a couple pit stops here is what I'm guessing. All right, it's also gonna play into how well these guys are down the long stretches. You see right now, West Shire slowly putting pressure onto the back of Michael Long. Shire had the fastest lap. Now that's going to be relinquished back to Simon Feld. Michael Long feeling the pressure back there. Been racing a relative since this thing started. Like I said, West Shire's just slowly starting to reel him in a little bit at a time. Now he's making him a little bit more uncomfortable. As this is going to be a good indicator for us of just how far off the pace these guys might be. Shear right there making a move to the inside. Just came up just a little bit short. It's going to be looking to make it happen again. Don't think you like the way he was received right there. Speaking of moves, Menzies gets out of line back there as he's chasing Watson. Long gets a little bit more of a runaway lead. Gets a little bit more cushion in his lead right there. Yep, we had a nice little intent battle. Nice little, can't get my words out tonight. Had a nice challenge for the lead right there. And I don't think that's going to be the last that we see right now. James Watson is having his relative fooled by Connor Menzies. Menzies is putting just enough pressure on Watson. Watson doesn't seem to want to go any faster. I think we figured out what his strategy is going to be here, and that's going to be conserve. And he seems to be kind of transparent with his strategies as well. It doesn't really seem that James is hiding stuff up his sleeve when it comes. Usually you can just figure out, look, this is what he's doing. The problem is none of these guys, no one has been able to seem to best him on what he's doing. Now just getting out to a little bit of a little more comfortable lead there, that 21 and the 16. They have not slowed down. Simon Feld doing everything he can as he is going to be tucked in behind Nigel Camargo. These two are going to probably at some point have to work together, maybe establish some sort of a draft. This Westshire still continuously following our leader, waiting, seemingly impatiently, but you know, he's just back there. I think he's going to stay back there until he sees a good solid opportunity to pass. He saw an opportunity earlier, kind of stabbed at it, just wasn't right. Kind of cost him a little bit more, I think, than he wanted to risk. Plus, tires are getting nice and mushy at this point.
I believe what we're seeing here too is two groups of minds. You've got the two guys out front absolutely thrashing their equipment, and then you've got, you know, James, Connor and Brian in the back looking after their stuff, taking it easy, going for the long run.
Yep, and somewhere caught in the middle of that, you got the 59 and Nige Camargo and the 256 of Simon Fell.
Well, they're the Goldilocks zone, aren't they? Just right.
Yep, these are the cadets here in the middle. Ooh, Mintz is wanting to get around. Watson definitely kind of feeling like he might want to stretch his legs right now. We've been watching that, and he is playing peekaboo a little bit more and more, as it seems like this group is starting to slowly. Oh, Menzies gets a little bit loose there.
You won't want to do that.
Just comes out of the turn. Got to watch how you're driving off of those turns there. That is very important. That's going to leave the door open. Brian LaBarge now, he is going to be trying to push down to the inside. Having a nice little look is going to stay there. Menzies is going to do what he can to get that door closed as he comes right back up to the LaBarge drives it deep down to the inside. He is going to have that dominant position as he buffs it coming out of the turn. That's going to allow Menzies to actually get his position back. As we watch further up, the leader's slowly going to be coming into lap traffic as Menzies is really starting to be getting a little bit more and more impatient. Now, remember, that's one of the things we were talking about. Patience is definitely going to be a key here tonight. And that's what the 21 and the 16 are going to have once they get ready to do business with the 10. Right now, Menzies gets pushed up the racetrack. LaBarge is going to come down on the inside. He is going to move up. Good run right there. Menzies just got a little bit loose, driving off of the corner. LaBarge was right there, and Watson still taking solid advantage of that as he is now. He is starting to get a little bit of a drive off. And that momentum shift right there is probably going to be just what he needs, because the Menzies was all over his back end as we are just now officially halfway through this thing. And that means at any time we might be expecting pit stops. Who knows? Who knows how that's going to go?
I want to see a little bit of a gap here between Long and Shear. They were like neck and neck before, maybe 0.1, stretched out to 0.3, almost 0.4 in the corners. So we might be seeing a little bit of wear on Shear's equipment. He can't keep up with Long. He's in that dirty air, so he's having to turn his wheel a little bit more than Long does. And I think we're starting to see the byproduct of that, and that's him dropping off slowly.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and they're coming into that clean air. That is going to make a difference, as the only car they're going to have to deal with is going to be the 86 of Drew Bernardi. And they're going to be eventually pretty soon here on his straightaway. They're there now. Watson doing everything he can to keep those birds at bay, but he has got LaBarge showing low, showing high. He is all over the backside. And now these guys are actually coming up on lap traffic as well. That 10 car, though, doing a pretty good job of getting out of the way tonight. So kudos to him as Watson has LaBarge on the inside. LaBarge not going anywhere. They almost touched tires, still good to go. Watson trying to get the drive off. LaBarge down on the inside right now, still trying to make that pass complete as Menzies sits and lies in wait. LaBarge right now gonna have a little bit of a lead, and I think he's gonna have it. Watch for the crossover. Watson's coming back on the inside, 3 wide. Watson trying to drive back up, trying to get back in position for his position, but I don't think he's gonna get it done. Menzies now relegating in the fact that he wasn't able to take advantage of that as well, looking for a twofer. But Watson able to stave off one of the attackers, but not both. Or stave off. You know, people go back and they're like, he said Steph, it's Steve. Yeah, potato. Yeah, 21 still doing good, trying to keep his position. Labarge getting a drive off that he wants right now. Solid gap there over Watson.
Yeah, he's checked out.
Camarge getting a little bit of a gap, little breathing room over Simon Fell. But look at the lead that our leaders have drummed up. Look at the 21 and the 16. Well, you stand a better chance of catching a taxi than these two guys. As Bernardi gets out of the way, and these guys are still rolling. Sire here going to challenge for the lead, at least going to show that he's right there looking for the lead.
That gap I spoke about, it's disappeared.
Say what now?
That gap I spoke about a few laps ago, that's gone. It's disappeared. Remember before I was speaking, he was about 0.3 away and he probably worn out his equipment? I think he was just playing hooky. Look, he's on the attack now.
Well, yeah, you know, sometimes you have to regroup, and I think that's exactly what he's doing, knowing that it is taking quite a bit to make any of these passes kind of come to fruition. We've seen, look at how long it took Labarge to get around Watson. I mean, while those two were going at it, I mean, they were falling further and further back from that 59 and that 256. Now, Labarge is already caught up with Simon Fell. He's be trying to make quick work of him as he continues his quest to get towards the front. Ooh, Fell making just a little bit of contact there, shrubbing those tires on that outside wall. No, in fact, you know, just a little bit. It's not much, but it is going to add up. You can't do that too often. I'm showing 110 laps to go here. Still going to be at least another 20 laps or so, I'm thinking, before we even see green flag pit stops. What do you think?
Yeah, if they run their tank out, me personally, I'd split it right down the middle, 30 minutes apiece. But hey, I'm just a producer. What do I know?
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying there. Yeah. So in the next 3 minutes, right? In the next next 3 minutes, they'll be coming in the pit. I like the way this guy thinks. He's the brains behind the whole operation.
I wouldn't say that. No, it's just coming from when I used to do road courses. That was the way I was always taught, is you split your tires down the middle. But oval racing, I mean, that's different. I mean, you've got full course yellows. Strategy comes into play. Do you take them now or wait for another yellow? Road course racing, you don't have that.
True story. Watching our leader as he is being tested by the 16. The battle definitely has been up front for the majority of the night. These two guys putting on a pretty good show, especially that battle being for the lead. Westshire not wanting to lose any position there. He is actually keeping the pressure firmly upon your leader, Shire, now with the fastest lap overall and the fastest lap that last time. So him being consistently faster than the leader, that is eventually going to work out in his favor as the 86 cars coming down pit road. This is going to be a scheduled pit stop. He is not going to be on the money, as you counted out. Just going to be about 2 minutes shy, a minute and a half shy where he needed to be for the mark. The 10 car, Chris Loonan, he is actually in jeopardy of going a second lap down, as well as the 86.
The 86 is now
Getting
3
on.
laps down, but he's out of sequence.
Yeah. Now he's going to be backing on the run, trying to enjoy those good years while you still have him on those good years. You know what I mean? Because when good years turn to bad years, it's not fun. Shark's still staying back, waiting intently, still putting down the fastest lap times, just keeping the leader right there in his sights, not letting him rest at all. Yeah, it looks like Labarge is actually getting ready to. He's actually made his move on Nigel Camargo.
Yeah,
That's going to put him up on the third. Yeah, now that he's up in third place, he is definitely going to be. I think he got caught up a little bit too far back there. Like I said, he was battling Watson for what seemed to be forever trying to get around. And now he's passed both Simon Fell as well as Camargo. So now he's going to see just how long it takes him to actually try to walk the leaders down, if that's even a possibility for him.
Well, if he was saving fuel and equipment before, he comes into the pits.
Oh. That's a good time. I think that's a very smart move.
And look at the time, 29 minutes and 30 seconds, just like I said.
Yeah, he might actually force some others to come down, and we'll be watching his times intently here. Still no takers. A lot of other guys are going to try to run this thing down so they'll actually have better tires for the longer. But that 8 car, now that he is out of sequence and not actually being held up, who knows what he can do this time by.
That only placed him 1 lap down, so he's definitely still in this.
Oh, yeah, he'll get that lap back.
Well, he's having a look. He had a good look then. But with this close to a pit stop, do you worry about getting aggressive and trying to make moves, or you just let it play out and then go again after your pit stop?
Well, who's saying that who's number one, who's saying that these guys are going to pit anytime soon? Number two, you're still racing the clock. You're not necessarily racing that guy in front of you, because you got to think about it. Now that 8 car's a factor into this equation, and with his 26.6 second with 6.6 in the box, you still got to best those numbers, because that's the delta right now. So yeah, no time to let off, no time to slow down. This is, if any time, it's time to go faster. You know, you push these tires as hard as you can, you know, so when you do pit, you won't have to push your new stuff maybe as hard as you need to, maybe harder than you need to. Yeah, just watching this thing unfold right now. It's going to be one on strategies, man. Because Michael Long still trying to hold Shire off. West Shear. Is it Shire? Shire. Shire? Shire. Yeah. Shire. We get it. We get it. Now the 98. He's going to have Victor Aldrich. He's going to have that king breathing down his neck. The 256 of Simon Fell is taking his trip down. Well, that's the 21 showing. Michael Long, sorry. Your leader. Shar's going to stay out here. He comes now. Leaders are now on pit road. That's definitely going to start to force a lot of people's hands. Here comes the 10. Still no action for the 39. I think James always stays out a little bit longer than others.
Exactly. I think we saw something similar last week where he was midfield until after that pit stop. then came flying through the field.
Yeah, we got quite a few guys right now that are still out. 5 to be exact.
Top half of the field is still yet to pit.
Here comes Simon Fell, as well as the 6 of Connor Menzies. They're dragging also with them the 98. There's Victor Aldrich. Three more done. James Watson pit road. And that's going to cycle through all of the leaders. Now we'll be able to get a good look at what's happening here on the leaderboard. And you know that 6.6 that I was talking about in the box? That's only bested by one car. And that was by the 6.4 of Watson. It was actually duplicated by Nigel Camargo. Everybody else, in the 7s. So going to be some positions made up there just because of those last pit stops. Watching Wes Shire, he is trying to get around lack traffic. He actually has Bernardi in front of him as he is now going to dive to the inside. Wes being scored as your race leader right now. And Michael Long is that far back. Both of these guys are going to be enjoying a little bit of a sizable lead over that 8 car, Mr. LaBarge. We got a little distance in between ourselves now. What are you thinking, Kobe?
I'm thinking it's going to come down to strategy now, because it's pretty spread out there on that track. So boys will be going through their head doing calculations. Every time they slide, they'll be like, "Oh, my tire's going. Do I need to settle down, or can I pump it up a bit more?" A lot of second guessing going out there, I think.
Some guys that are on the head end of that, they're definitely going to be second guessing about every time they get a slippage. Speaking of slippage, we're going to slip out of here, get some, pay some bills. I'm going to pay some bills, and we'll be right back here. The continuation of the night's event.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a Rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
some of the greatest stuff I've ever heard. Ooh.
These go to 11.
Guess who's back? That's right. Right here waiting on you to get back. As you saw, we did keep you with us while you were out there shopping on us. We stayed right here so you could see what was going on. And I'm going to tell you, the summation of the whole is it's not looking good for a lot of teams. As our leader right now is making his way by Connor Menzies. That's going to put Menzies down a lap, and he is actually in 6th place. The next car to go a lap down is going to be the 256 of Simon Fell. He's in 5th place. And then shortly after that, it'd be Nigel Camargo, which means my prediction by the time this thing is over, there's only going to be 3 cars on the lead lap. What do you think about that, Kobe?
I think that's a pretty strong prediction, Big Al. I would not be surprised if Nigel goes down and hell, maybe even Brian Labarge if he's unlucky.
I think Brian's going to be all right. You got to have faith that Brian is going to make it. You know what I mean?
Well, it's got a nice
start
pretty,
thinking that
it's got a nice pretty bow on it when all the podium's on the same lap, doesn't it?
Yeah. You're gonna want to hope that this guy is fast enough to at least keep up and stay on the lead lap. See, I was talking junk about Brian. I was saying, as far as him being fast, hoping he'd actually be able to chisel a little bit more of that distance away. But man, this is just a tough track. That's what we've seen. We've seen it displayed here tonight in its entirety. Not a lot of guys look like they're having not a lot of fun. Ooh, Menzies. You to make contact with that wall again. Like I said, a little bit of contact here, a little bit of contact there. It's not much, but it does add up. That's one of the things these guys definitely going to have to be cognizant of. Right now, your leader's coming up on the back of Simon Fell. Wanting to take old Seinfeld for a ride. Just around 17 minutes left in this thing, right at 17 minutes remaining. Six doing everything he can.
And there were 3.
Make that leader work for it. Yeah, he still has to get by the 59.
Yeah, it does.
Right there in front of him is Nigel Camargo. He is in 4th place. But this race got real fast, real quick, didn't it?
It did.
I mean, we were all over each other, and then we weren't. No major bad luck tonight. That's a good thing for most of the drivers, right?
Yeah, we normally see 1 or 2 guys have some bad luck in the early stage of the race. Have seemed to avoid that tonight. We don't want to jinx them. And Najee would have to be hearing that Jaws music right now.
Yeah, definitely. He's going to have not just company, but he's got attention right now. That 16 car is free. This one a little bit of a blowout tonight, to be honest. You know, we did have a pretty good battle for the lead, but those pit stops kind of put a little distance in there for us, and that's been a difference there. I think we've had 2 lead changes tonight.
3.
3?
It's getting more and more close to going a lap down.
You're just watching our leader, watching Wes as he navigates his way around this battlefield of lap cars. That's what it's going to be for him once he gets up onto the back of the 59. Now, once he makes his way around the 59, he's still not going to be done. So that's hope right there. Say if you're the 20, if you're the 16, if you're the 21, or if you're the 8, because as I'm watching this, Brian is slowly starting to close the distance there on the 21 of Michael Long. No, the 8 car back down pit road. Not sure what this is about.
Getting short fuel, maybe?
Not sure. I mean, everyone had approximately the same
Well, he's
times
taking
on pit
tyres.
road.
He took tyres, so it's more than just a splash and dash.
Whatever that was, it wasn't good. How about that? Wow. Just when you thought you had it all figured out. Ha! Now that's going to put Nigel Camargo up into, wait for it, 3rd place. But that's going to put West Shire still. Now he has passed Nigel Camargo, which means officially now there are only 2 cars left on the lead lap. What you think about that?
Well, there goes our pretty bow.
Oh, now the 6th car, Connor Menzies, he's down pit road. What? Am I missing something?
Maybe
Was
it
there
is a
memo put
two-stopper.
out? Was there a memo put out there that we didn't get?
I don't know. Did you? I got into work late, so I didn't get time to read the notes. Did you?
They should have had enough fuel to make it just on one singular stop. So while we're seeing 2 stops outside of that, that is a little. Because remember, the 8 car, he did short pit that stage. He did not actually stay out to the 30-second mark, to the 30-minute mark, rather. So that might have been the difference. Everybody else, though, did stay out until under halfway. So that means they should all be good. Wow. Isn't that crazy if it came down to that? Still getting her done. West Shire, he's in the lead right now. Extending that lead lap by lap. He's not actually, it's not going down, it's going up. Run, West, run. Michael Long, 2nd place. Michael's in good air right now. West just came through. I mean, it's like he went through grade school.
He definitely has taken the rest of school, hasn't he?
Yeah, he had a little bit of a gauntlet to run there to get through. I don't think it's going to be as bad for the 21 car. I'm watching to see, but I don't think he's even going to catch up to these guys. Just Watson's rolling around. Bernardi. That 16 car West Shire, he's only got the 8 to catch and pass. Actually, he has got Menzies right in front of him right now. Menzies trying to do what he can to fight to maintain his spot. But now that 8 car is back out there, that's Brian LaBarge, and he is going to be trying to run like the wind. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, he definitely wants that lap back. Look, James Watson looking to improve his positioning.
Yeah, Watson. Slowly catching up to the back of that 256 car, Simon Feld. That'll put Watson up in 4th place. Definitely be a solid run for him tonight, starting this thing off in 6th. If he could actually claw himself up, higher into the top 5, that definitely will work out and look good for that team. Definitely make them feel good.
Well, Nigel's only 3 seconds down the road, so it's not out of the question. If he could get past Fell now, he could theoretically get Camajo by the end of the race.
Yeah, because sometimes, a 5th place finish is the difference between a steak and a bologna sandwich.
Well, let's be honest. If anyone's got points to lose, it's James Watson, isn't it?
Yeah. But I don't think he wants to lose them.
Oh, no, he's not that kind of guy. He wants every point he can get and then some.
Definitely indeed. Man, that 16 car making his way around. 86 car back on pit road. That's Bernardi. He's not going to have enough to get it done. 27 laps to go on the board. So I'm expecting to see. We only had 3 two-stoppers here, so I guess that's not too bad. Just as long as those are the only 3 two-stoppers we're going to see here, right?
Well, you never know your luck in the big city, Big Al.
Yes, that's why I don't roll in the big cities. Still getting it done. West still has the sight set on yet more cars.
He's in cruise mode now. He's grabbed a sandwich out of the glove box. He's got his elbow up on the window. He's just cruising home.
Yeah, it is kind of, it's got to be a pretty good feeling for those guys right about now, to know that the hard part's behind them. Now he's just got to keep that thing out of the wall.
James is slowly making a dent on Niche, but I don't think it's going to be enough. I think he's going to run out of race before he can get to him.
Yep, definitely got to keep pecking away at it. That's the only way you're going to make that happen.
He's still clutching too. This little left in the with this little left in the race.
That means he's still unsure on fuel.
Yep. Jump on board with him.
Many have.
Oh yeah. He's actually clutching more than he was in the first stint. Big stab on that clutch pedal. Oh, not too much there in that turn.
Surely he can make it from here. Just not used to seeing that smooth Watson that we're used to tonight. He's fast, just not fast enough to get it done. That honor is going to be going to the 16 West Shire. It's like Najee Kamarji was trying to fight to kind of keep his lap. But in the end, it was just too much.
And that's hurting too. James is now down to 1.5 seconds. He was 2.3 before. James will be smelling blood in the water for sure.
Oh yeah, definitely. He has definitely got that 59 car in his sights. And that'll put James on the podium.
And hey, I'd written James off halfway through this race, and now he's battling for the podium almost. I'm sorry, James.
Nobody's going to tell him. Yeah, Watson definitely back in the fight. 13 laps to go. He is feeling that 59 car, and the 59 car can definitely feel his presence.
They're both clutching.
Man, I'm starting to wonder where LaBarge would have been had he had enough fuel.
Right.
10 laps to go. Watson in the relative tracking on Najee. He has got to get up and around him if he wants a shot at this podium.
2 minutes now.
West just trying to keep it clean. He's not trying to get his car involved in anything
Is that a pit
other
stop?
than
That's a
the
pit stop.
clean air.
We have a pit stop.
Oh, that's the 16 from the leader. That's going to put Watson in a little bit of a precarious situation. Because does the 21 have to pit as well? Because remember, the 21 was on the tail end of the lap, of the same lap that the 21 pitted, and that was just for a splash of gas, which means he is going to come up short. Watson clutching consistently. Could that be the difference?
Oh, just behind Shear.
Shear's going to come out, and he is going to try to battle here.
Them new tires, once they come into effect, though, he's out of there.
Did he get tires? I don't know if he got tires or if it was a fuel-only stop, but Watson's not going to get out of there. He's going to be right here battling intently. Well, 5 laps to go, you best believe he wants that spot. He needs that spot. Shear's driving hard. These two closes the door on Watson. You can definitely, I can hear him breathing in that car right now over the microphone. He's not talking. He's yelling. He's seething. It's not done just yet, though, Mr. Shear. Mr. Watson, he is on his way back right now, just doing a virtual regroup, getting his mind right. Najee Camargo coming out of nowhere, leading this thing, but does he have enough fuel to make it to the end? We got quite a few cars on the pit road. The 21 car, Michael Long, he was back down pit road. Also had the 98 of Victor Aldrich with him. You know, we know for a fact now that Wes is going to have enough fuel to make it. With two laps to go, though, I don't know. We don't know if the 59 is going to have enough to make it.
Final lap, he's going to have to.
That's it.
Oh!
Harder into the wall.
Oh, wow.
That was before the start-finish line.
It was.
What?
Go back and look at that. What happened
Yeah,
there?
I'm gonna take another look at that.
Still being rated as third on the finishing results, though. Oh, just got he spun across that line. Well, condolences to. Oh, look out! Oh no!
Okay. I get it. Wow. That's going to put Naji Kamarji as your race leader, man. We're watching to see what that 59 car is going to do as far as a burnout. Might be a flame out. Naji Kamarji, your winner. James Watson coming across in second. Wes Shear coming across in third place. Fourth place, Simon Fell. Fifth place, Brian Labarge. Sixth place, Michael Long. Seventh place, Connor Menzies. Victor Aldridge in eighth and ninth place, Chris Lunan, and Drew Bernardi rounds out this 10-car field. With that, we're going to take a step away, get just a few words from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with Post Race Show.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.
And welcome back to the post-race show. I'm your host, Big Al. Going to be joined in the booth by none other than Wes Shear. Wes, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, man, doing pretty good. You had a solid run tonight. As a matter of fact, you were leading quite a bit. It looks like you had this thing kind of wrapped up. But then I saw you take a second pit stop. What was that about?
Yeah, so this is the downside to crunching all the numbers in your head while you're racing and listening to a baseball game, is sometimes you get your fuel number wrong. Basically, my liter per minute burn rate said I was not good. Said I was not good. My lap per minute rate said I was good. And then with about, 15 minutes to go, it started looking worse and worse for me, and then I tried the fuel save thing, but yeah, it was just too late at that point. So yeah, I had to take that final splash and dash, and I was hoping I'd be able to build enough of a gap if I just, pushed really hard in the last like 5-10 laps before pitting there, and then just hope everybody else was either saving a bunch and was going to run out, and that I'd make it up in the last couple laps there, but not quite. And then, yeah, compound that with little snap loose on the exit of 4 on the final lap, and yeah, it cost me another spot. But it was fun and entertaining at the end there, so good enough.
I couldn't have said it better, any better myself. You pretty much summed it up. Man, solid performance, solid effort. Just came up a little bit short, but hey, podium's not bad, right?
Yeah, I'll take it the way half the season's gone so far.
Yeah, definitely. Love the fact that you're moving up, Wes. Who you shouting out here tonight for your third place finish?
But as always, got to thank you guys for the broadcast, and got to thank everybody at TNT for helping put this together. And James in particular, he's been doing a lot of the setup work, or not setup work, the league stuff, administration work, and sessions this season. So big thanks to James, and then big shout out to Homestead Coffee, keeping me awake and alert enough to do this somewhat late into the night.
All right, that's Wes Shire. Wes, congratulations again, and that's what I always say, don't party too hard. We'll see you next week.
Yeah, thanks.
That's Wes Shire, your third place finisher overall here. Next, we joined in the booth by none other than the man, the myth, James 4-Win Watson. James, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Yes, sir.
Man, I'm going to tell you what, it was odd not having you in the booth. A lot of people don't know, maybe you're my booth buddy. But first off, congratulations there for second place overall. It was the guy that I had in the booth tonight, though. He was, wow. This guy's not a member of your fan club. Oh, Watson's done. Watson did this. And next thing you know, at the end of this thing, I'm like, Watson, second place, man. So you went from being a lap down to not giving up. We were riding along with you, one of the few drivers who actually did not actually make a second stop, clutching all the way through, brother. Is that what was the key here?
That honestly, I knew after what I saw in practice how close it was going to be, so I knew that a fuel save was going to be possible but difficult. And so after a while of going back and forth on it, I basically kind of made the decision to focus solely on that, because I'm typically not all that good here. Like you saw me in qualifying not even break the top 5, so it's never been one of my better tracks. So I knew that my only real opportunity was to hope that the strategy could work, because on pure pace I wasn't gonna be up there, and was able to stretch the fuel. Unfortunately, I didn't get quite the fuel mileage that Naiji got, which cost me an opportunity to battle for the win, because I was still kind of having to save all the way up. In fact, I started to sputter off turn 4, and plus I also started to figure out how to drive the car better too, which is how I was able to catch up to him in the first place, because he was just way quicker than me. A lot of people were way quicker than me in that first stint. But once I kind of figured out how to drive it a little better, I was able to still get the similar fuel mileage while going faster, and that was able to help me catch up and pass a few guys before everyone started pitting. So
yeah, definitely, man. We were watching that whole thing intently. Congratulations, though. You did actually pull it through towards the end there, from 6th place all the way to 2nd. That's definitely going to help you there as you continue your quest to stay somewhat perfect, right? You can't. 2nd place, not too bad. So who's shouting out here tonight for your 2nd place finish overall?
Yes, sir. I got to thank everyone at Team Watson Racing Setups. Use code Watson39 for 10% off at checkout. I got to thank Icon Sim Racing Apparel, National Racing Network, Inside Lane Productions, Track Racer, Binks Designs, Dizzy V Designs, and ZAS Designs. And my folks are watching at home. And hi, Megan.
That's right. Hi, Megan. All right, that was James Watson, your second place finisher. As I always say, James, don't party too hard.
Yes, sir. Later, Big Al.
Later. Now we're going to be joined in the booth by your winner, Naiji Camargo. Naiji, Big Al up in the booth. You got me.
Yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, man, congratulations here. Keeping that thing on the front row most all night and then actually bringing it back home across in first place. It was no easy feat. We followed, we watched. You were back in the back sometimes. Maybe some would even say counted out, but you were there when it mattered. Was that a one-stopper for you or a two-stopper?
It was a one-stopper. It was a really long one-stopper.
Yeah, why don't you talk us through that strategy? Is that something that you guys had planned on? When did you actually know you were going to be able to make it just on a single stop?
Yeah, we kind of planned it before, and I knew that we needed to pit. We needed to hold, and the target was 25 minutes, and I had, I think, 24 or 50, something like that. So I knew it was possible, but I only really knew that was going to work like with 5 or 6 laps to go. So I was really, really close. I was counting on Wes to pit and everyone else had to pit. So it was really, really tough race, and I had to save from lap 1. So that's why I didn't have the pace, because I was saving from the start, and I barely can feel my hand because I was using the clutch every turn.
Wow. So you started this thing from lap 1, guys. You see that? The strategy started on lap 1, and it actually didn't end till the last lap with you being in P1. So I think those are the strategies that people like to hear about.
Yeah, it was incredible. I need to thanks because it wasn't my idea; it was James' idea, and I had to thanks here in NTWR because otherwise I wouldn't do that. And it was a really great idea. It was a really great strategy.
It definitely does. Those are the only ones that count, right? The ones that work out and help you win. Speaking of winning, who you shouting out tonight for your overall dominant performance in your first place finish?
Yeah, I'm gonna thanks to TWR and James and all the people that make this possible, and you guys on the both, because you guys are always making an incredible show.
All right, well, thank you very much, sir. We couldn't do it if you guys didn't give us something great to talk about.
Thank you, man.
And easy as I always say, don't party too hard, boss man, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, see you next week.
All right, that was Naiji Camargo, your winner here tonight. I'm your host, Big Al. Kobe, what are you thinking? What are your thoughts as we get ready to walk out this door?
I think that wrapped up very nicely. I mean, we thought it was just going to play out to be a spread out field and honestly a bit of a yawn fest. But then we had some surprise pit stops and, you know, guys who were midfield came to the front of the field, and I'm shocked. It was an entertaining race as always. And I shouldn't be shocked because we do this week in, week out. And they always do put on an entertaining show, but here I am. What about you, Big Al?
I'm just along for the ride, and what a ride it has been. I want to give a special shout out to all our sponsors, to the family members of the drivers that actually allowed them to put in the amount of time that it takes to truly be successful in the sim racing world. Thanks to the drivers themselves, because like I said, if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have anything to talk about. Thanks to James putting the league on. Thanks for Kobe for keeping us straight. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.
Here at TWRS, we're always here to help our squad when they need a little push in the right direction. That's just who we are. We're a beautifully diverse group of goofballs dedicated to driving fake race cars as fast as possible. And we continue to push each other to the front using the power of nonsense. We have one of the strongest NASCAR programs on the service, and you can access it all for $24.99 a month. And we just released individual subscriptions for $14.99 a month for each NASCAR vehicle. We also just added a rallycross program, and our IndyCar program is taking off as well. So come join the weird side. We have speed, and cookies. Cookies are not included in some locations.